Hello and welcome to episode 2 of the Grey Crochet podcast. So much has happened since I last caught up with you and I can't wait to fill you in on everything. Life first, of course. If you have followed me on Instagram, you might have seen that our little foster doggy Spud, not really little, he's a greyhound, but I call him little, he officially got adopted. So he went on adoption trial towards the end of July, and mid-August he officially got adopted. So yay for him, he's found his forever family. He was such a gorgeous little puppy, so much energy, loved squeaky toys. Oh my god, that was his favorite thing ever. Always had a waggy tail when he saw you, and his forever family absolutely loved all of those things about him, and he got along really well with their other dog. So yeah, they decided to make it official. So go Spud, woohoo! And surprise, we have another one. His name is Pete. We actually just got him. I am going to flip the camera around so you can see him. He's sleeping right there with Socks. That is Socks, but Pete's right there. So I'll take you around to see him now. And here he is having a little nap. This is Pete. He arrived to us yesterday, but by the time you're seeing this, it's probably been a couple of weeks. He came to us on Friday the 23rd of August, and I'm filming on the 24th, the Saturday morning. So he's literally been with us for about 18 hours, but he settled in really well, a little bit nervous, but that's completely understandable given his whole life has just changed. He was living in like a pen or run or whatever you want to call it with another male greyhound, pretty much outdoors. And yesterday was bucketing down rain, so you know, he got to sleep in a nice warm house, which I'm sure he appreciated. He is so very loved, and I think he knows it because he's so sleepy. Yes. And this, of course, is the best foster brother in the world, my darling Soxy. What do you think of Pete, Socks? Hey? Nothing? No thoughts? You're just gonna nap there all day, Pete? Yeah? Good idea. Isn't he such a cutie? He is such a good boy, and Socks is as well for showing him the ropes. It is such a big transition for them. A lot of the greyhounds that we get through rescue come directly from the racing industry. So their entire life they have spent in a cage or a little run, which is like a caged off outdoor area for them to just run around in, you know, just with dirt on the floor, I guess. A lot of them have not seen the inside of a house, so things like tiles or carpets are very strange to them and can be confusing. They have never used stairs as well, so we are currently teaching Pete how to go up and down stairs, which can be a little bit scary. But even things like their own reflection, like looking at their reflection in a mirror or the TV, or you know, like a sliding door when it's dark outside, it's all very scary for them because they've never seen these things before. And things like cars as well, they probably haven't been exposed to much. So Pete is a little bit timid around cars. He does try and run home if a louder vehicle drives by, like a bus or a truck, but we are working on it. He will get there with time, and Socks is there to show him the ropes as well. But yeah, definitely consider fostering greyhounds if you can. They are very apartment friendly. If you know, they are quite big dogs, so a lot of people probably don't know that, but most of them tend to be quite lazy. They just sleep all day. With a little bit of zoomies here and there. You know, if you give them a toy, they may go squeak, squeak, squeak for maybe like 5 minutes, and then they're just napping for the rest of the day. So they, you know, don't take up a lot of your time in terms of trying to tire them out like some other breeds would, and you know, you'll be really saving a life. Yeah. And if you do want to foster, if you're in Victoria, I would highly recommend Gumtree Greys, the rescue that we foster through, because they will help you with everything. So food, medical bills, everything is covered. They also have a behaviorist, whatever it's called, like a professional behavioralist. I struggle with that word. Who can give you, you know, training advice if you need to, if you have not experienced a particular behavior before and you're not sure how to navigate that. They are very good with advice throughout the entire process. I highly recommend. Like, it does not cost us anything but our time to foster Pete, and then previously Spud. The rescue has paid for everything: food, toys, clothing, leash, collar, everything. They are truly amazing, so definitely go check them out. I'm happy to answer any questions you have, greyhound related or fostering related. If you were considering, just leave me a comment below, and I will definitely get back to you as soon as I can. But yeah, that's pretty much it for life. Said goodbye to darling Spud. His family love him so much from what I've heard. He was such a fun, active dog. He used to love his squeaky toys and love his humans as well, of course, and I'm sure he is just living the best life now with his forever family and his new brother greyhound Toby. In terms of crochet, I have been quite busy as well. When I show you the list of things that I have done, some of you might not think that it is that much because you guys are much faster crocheters compared to me. I am quite a slow crocheter and I'm quite slow at sewing things together as well. Sometimes it takes me over an hour just to do the little extra bits on things because I'm so terribly slow. And yeah, I also do unfortunately live quite a busy lifestyle, so I don't get as much crochet time in as I would like. I work a full-time job, so Monday to Friday I'm pretty much out of the house from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. I do try and get some crochet time done before and after work, but sometimes I've got to go to the gym, so I lose an hour there. When I have my foster babies, I do try and spend a good amount of time with them after work as well, just getting them used to pet life, especially when they're quite new like Pete is right now. Just there's a lot of adjustment and a lot of work that needs to go in from my end as well. And then once they're more confident, I do take them to markets on the weekends as well that Gumtree Grays has a stall in. I think they usually have it at least twice a month from memory, so if I'm available, I do take the foster doggo and Socks and myself, and I pretty much spend some time at the market introducing the foster dog to potential adopters, and then getting to speak with other people that might be interested in fostering as well. I love having that conversation with them and giving them my experience. I think it's really helpful, and yeah, hopefully it does encourage some more people to foster, which is fabulous. It is so rewarding. I absolutely love it. But yeah, all of that basically to say that I don't have much crochet time. I do like to blabber, don't I? But yeah, episode 1 of my crochet podcast, I did mention to you that I had started volunteering with Gumtree Grays in a different capacity. So we were already foster carers with them. We've pretty much fostered all of our greyhounds through Gumtree Grays. They are so great. I highly recommend them. Even if you want to support them with a donation, trust me, it goes to such a good cause. They are such angels when it comes to these rescuing these greyhounds and changing their lives. They are amazing. So supportive to all their volunteers as well. Absolutely love them. But yeah, I had started volunteering as part of their Etsy team. I now crochet little dog snoods, greyhound size, because I just freehand them based on Socks' head measurements. And yeah, I make different characters and stuff. I'll show you some pictures shortly. I send them off to their Etsy team over in Queensland, and yeah, they basically list it for sale. It pretty much sells out within a couple of days at most. I'm pretty sure the last launch that we did of my donations sold out within a few hours. So it didn't even last half a day, I don't think, and all of mine had sold out. So I honestly wish I was an octopus so I could crochet more and keep up with demand, but unfortunately not. But yeah, I have donated 20 dog snoods so far, and I think each of them are sold for about $50 from memory. So that's about $1,000 I have raised for Gumtree Grays in the span of a month with these little hands, which I'm so proud of. Like, it does get tiring after a while, like making the same patterns over and over again, but I just like to think of the fact that I'm helping make a difference in these gorgeous dogs' lives in a different way than fostering, and it makes it all worthwhile. So I will show you some pictures now. So I've done 2 different lots of donations. I did send the first one off with about 12 snoods, and then there was such high demand that I was quickly making some more snoods, and I sent off a second lot of 8, and yeah, both of those sold out super duper quick. So that little green snood that I showed you in my donation yarn video, I believe it was, or maybe it was also the first crochet podcast, I can't remember. I just wasn't sure what to do with it. I initially did make it to be a dragon snood, but it wasn't really looking like a dragon to me. I decided to just go with it, and I put little white horns on them, and it did look like a dragon, I guess, because it was one of the first ones to get swooped up in the latest launch that I did, which is great. So I did one dragon. That honestly took me about a week to make, because I did use the crocodile stitch, which is quite time consuming. So I don't think I can make a lot of them for donation, unfortunately, because in that 1 week I could probably make like 5 or 6 other snoods. So, you know, quantity over that special texture, I guess. I just think it's worth it to make different styles, but I will occasionally make some more dragons, I guess, maybe some in red. That will be quite fun. But yeah, one dragon was donated. I then did 3 bees as well. That was one of the first projects that I did make. That was the first lot of donations. I don't have much black yarn on me anymore, but apparently that is very high in demand. It was pretty much the first to sell out on the first lot of donations. So as soon as I get into some more black, I will make some more bees. I also made 3 wolves with some variegated yarn that was donated to us. It turned out quite well. I was a bit confused, I guess, in my head, because I do sometimes struggle to envision things. When I first saw that yarn, I was a bit confused of what to make for it. I initially did think neck warmers, but you know, when I was going through my yarn donation stash, I sort of saw it and I was like, this is sort of earthy colors, like a little bit of red, a little bit of gray. And then I googled a picture of a wolf, and they do sometimes have a little bit of red in their fur, so I'm like, maybe this could work as a wolf. And it did. I'm pretty sure one of the wolves was like one of the first ones to sell, apart from the dragons. So, you know, people obviously think it does look like a wolf, which is great. So yeah, 3 wolves. I also made 3 unicorns, which were super popular as well. Everyone loved them. I made 5 frogs in 2 different colors. I did use a light green for my stash for the first donation, and I didn't have enough to make a second one, but I did come into some more green yarn, so I made 4 more and sent it off for the second lot of donation. I also made 5 foxes, which were pretty much part of my first donation. I might make some more for the next lot. I do have quite a bit of red in my donated stash. But yeah, that is pretty much it. So 1 dragon, 3 bees, 3 wolves, 3 unicorns, 5 frogs and 5 foxes, so 20 snoods in total, crocheted and donated within the span of a month. So I'm really proud of myself, and I'm already working on the next lot of donations, which will probably be towards the end of September, I reckon. And I'm trying to get some Halloween stuff made as well. I will show you more on that a bit later once I have made some, but yeah, maybe that will be episode 3 of my crochet podcast, who knows, stay tuned. But yeah, that is pretty much it. I ended up using, for that set of snoods that I donated, 1.8 kgs of yarn. So 2 kilos of yarn is already used up from the donated yarn pile, which is quite a good effort, I think, for a month. Good way to stash bust, I guess, although it's not really stash busting, it's more like using up the donated yarn. But anyway, I should probably stop blabbering now because I've kept you on here for way too long. But thank you so much for joining me for this little life and crochet catch up. I hope you enjoyed meeting Mr. Spud and looking at my little creations. Let me know in the comments below if you have any fun ideas for snoods. I have so many ideas in this little brain, I just need to figure out a way to execute it as well. So if you guys have thoughts on that, I would love to hear it. Love all the help, and at the end of the day, this is going towards helping gorgeous puppies, so you know, win-win for everyone. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me. I will see you in my next video. Bye.